What we're going to talk to you about now, though, is that you're supporting a bill that's been introduced by Paul Murphy TD, and it would ban hare-coursing across the country. And it's kind of the second time, if not more, that a bill like this has been introduced. But you were there at the Doyle today to support the bill.
I was, and I am. I'll be honest with you, so I cannot believe that we're talking about this, in 2020, because it should have been banned long ago. I mean, to be honest with you, the first bill came from Tony Gregory, the late great Tony Gregory.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And then Maureen O'Sullivan, wonderful woman who sadly is not in the Dáil anymore. She retired. It wasn't that she wouldn't have been returned. She, an amazing woman, and she was there today as well to hopefully see this one, we hope, get through. Here's the thing. The Irish mountain hare is a protected species.
And the most beautiful animal. It is the most beautiful animal. Yeah.
And also under threat of extinction at the moment. It literally, things are critical now. Now that is the hare that's being captured and then set out to run away from hounds. Now, I don't know if you've ever had a dog run at you that is, let's say 30 to 40 kilos, and it punches you, let's say in the thigh. That'll be a broken leg. Thank you very much. Can you imagine these creatures hunting down a tiny little hare? The chances of surviving being hit by that are very, very slim. Now, a load of the coursers will tell you that they're preserving the Irish mountain hare. I don't think so. I think it's the strangest kind of way to get your kicks that I've seen in a long time. It's time to just ban it. It's cruel, it's barbarous. Just, there's no place for it. Like hunting, there's no place for it. So let's just finally draw the line under it, and hopefully the government will allow a free vote on this, because the last time when Maureen O'Sullivan put this bill forward, the party whip was invoked. So all of the Fine Gaelers and the Fianna Fáilers and the Labour Party and the whole lot, and indeed Sinn Féin, they all voted in a block to support the keeping on of this cruel practice. So hopefully this time, not only will everybody vote with their heart, but hopefully they'll be allowed to just ban the thing.
There was a time when the dogs, the greyhounds, coursing out in Clonmel and places like that, would catch the hare. I mean, that's how they got the greyhounds to race effectively, and would tear the hare limb from limb. And they do say now that doesn't happen anymore because the dogs are muzzled, isn't that it?
They are muzzled, but as I was saying to you, if you were run at with a big greyhound, they're absolutely fantastic creatures. As you know, I'm against greyhound racing and any of the blooding for them as well, so that they'll have a prey instinct for the coursing. But if a greyhound ran at you, Sue, and knocked you, muzzled or otherwise, if it knocked you on any part of your body, you'll be feeling that for a long time yet. So, it's cruel for the dogs, it's cruel for the hares. One of the things about the mountain hare, and they're very precious, and they are a protected species here in Ireland, aside from this one strange stipulation that if the Department of the Arts, this cuts me really through and through, Arts and Heritage are the ones who issue the licence.
Oh, is that right?
For this coursing to happen.
Arts and Heritage.
what I think at the moment is this: there's a terrible virus that is, well, welcome to us humans world as well. There's a terrible virus, the RHD virus, which is a terrible thing that the hares and rabbits, wild rabbits, are getting at the moment. And it's kind of a bleeding out disease. And I think that various governments over the last few years have used that as a way of not granting the licence, because it's very virulent, this virus. And but I think that probably, we can't let them hide behind that this time. They just need to ban this awful practice. Ban it because the greyhounds are being blooded so that they will chase these creatures. These tiny little mountain hares are very solitary, and they're captured, often kept, with others, which is really against their nature. They're really secretive and really solitary. So we need to stop all of that. And I think, any government needs to just say, no, it's unnecessary cruelty.
And listen to me, so you were outside the Doyle, were you, with the placard and a mask today, Pauline?
Certainly was.
And was there opposition to you? Did anybody talk to you? Did you get a sense that people supported you?
Everybody is kind of hiding on this one in the government.
Because there's jobs in it, of course, and it's a sport and all of that.
A tiny amount of jobs. And I'll have to say to you that obviously we mentioned Clonmel. That's adjacent to where we're speaking at the moment. Clonmel is a hotbed of Irish hare-coursing. Tiny amount of people involved. And Malcolm Noonan is going to be about to step up to the plate, I hope, for Kilkenny, because he is along the chain of the allowances, as in, allowing this thing to go forward. He's Parks and Rangers, isn't he? He's got
Parks and Wildlife.
Yeah, he's got a wildlife brief at the moment, and I think it's time for the Green Party to stand up and say, we're not just being pushed around in government, we are in fact able to do something. And I'm afraid I'm a great fan of Malcolm's, but I do have to put it up to him now.
You would be asking him to support the bill?
Oh yes, absolutely, yeah, and not just to hide behind the virus that is threatening the hares, but to just say, when the vote comes, just to ban the whole thing, just ban it.
And do we know when the vote is coming up, Pauline?
It'll be a few months yet. It'll be a few, because things, as we know, move very slowly in government and in legislation. So it will be a few months, but he has now a few months to really make his mark, as does any politician. And I think that anybody who is a public representative who supports hare-coursing is just not fit to govern. Simple as that.
All right, Pauline, strong words, and we'll put those to Minister Malcolm Noonan. And listen, thanks so much for joining us. It's always great talking to you.